Let the mighty be humble!
Can't run from death.
Mine to wield. Ha! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Ha! 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 Yeah! Laid bare, everlasting as the moon! Yeah! Power! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Overruled! Merciless. Into the void. Witness my rise.
The tides beckon.
Extinguish. Power. Ha. 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 Yeah.
Bow your head.
Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste. In Inazuma, the water possesses a depth of flavor unlike any other. Sumeru's water, meanwhile, has a rich and complex flavor profile, but it must be savored patiently to fully appreciate it.
Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
Settle down!
Annihilate. Mine to wield. Transfixed. This is where you fall.
Bow your head. Be sanctified.
Laid bare.
Silence!
Surge!
Ad Astra Abyss.
We haven't seen our Sumeru friends for a while now. Paimon wonders
Witness my rise. Mine to wield. Ha! Another star goes out! Laid bare, everlasting as the moon! Mine to wield. Witness my rise. is more enjoyably spent under the cover of shade. Transfixed! This is where you fall.
Mine to wield.
Bow your head. The tides beckon. Sight off! Settle down!
Laid bare, everlasting as the moon!
Silence! Settle down!
Merciless. Transfixed. Witness my rise.
Bow your head.
Laid bare. Fear not. What's a...
Wow, the academia sure is busy during the day. But where should we go looking for people that we know?
Traveler, Paimon.
Sino! It's been so long since we last saw you!
Welcome back to Sumeru City. So, what brings you back here?
Oh, nothing in particular. Paimon just saw a really big mushroom out on the road the other day and suddenly missed all our friends in Sumeru.
Funnily enough, we were reminiscing about you recently too. It was at a group dinner. I look forward to hearing about your travels. Something tells me we must have a lot to catch up on.
Really? You were thinking of us too? What a coincidence!
Indeed. Or as I call it, the biryani factor. You really want me to say the rest? Okay. It's always rice to meet stew again.
Oh, darn, he said it.
You like that one, huh? You must if you remember it after all this time. Admit the truth. You have long been in awe of my razor-sharp wit.
All right. Here's your 500 mora.
You're exaggerating. It's only 500 mora.
Hey, 500 mora is still a lot of snacks to Paimon.
All right. I'll treat you to some desserts later. Anyway, I'm actually investigating a case right now. My mind is focused on work, which is why I didn't complete the joke at first.
A case? What happened?
Nothing major. But after finding out who was involved, I decided, on reflection, to handle this one myself.
Need any help? We only came here to hang out, so we've got the time. You may as well take us with you, and then when you're done, we can, you know...
Such enthusiasm. Are you worried I'll forget about treating you to some sweets if you're not around to remind me?
What? No! Alright, was it really that obvious?
Obvious enough. Still, it's a fine idea. You are the heroes of... All right, follow me. Do you see him? The old man flailing around?
Oh, is he the one you wanted to talk to about the case?
Correct. His name is Cyrus, a former Spontamod sage. He taught both me and Lisa.
Huh? Sino's teacher is in trouble?
It's ridiculous. I'm just an old man who enjoys a spot of gardening, shopping, and wine. What sort of person targets an old retiree?
Professor, I've brought some friends.
Ah, Sino. Now who do we have here? Hold on, let me think. A flying fairy dressed in white? A youth who does not seem to hail from this land? My goodness. You must be the legendary traveler in Paimon. I've heard all about what you've done for Sumeru.
Wow, looks like we're really famous.
I've told him about you before. You are my friends, after all. That's right. Let me summarize the situation. A couple of days ago, Professor Cyrus suddenly received a threat letter.
A threat letter?
Exactly. Who sends a threat letter to an old man like me, for goodness sake?
This is the letter in question.
Cyrus, I have uncovered your secret. If you wish to prevent it from going public, leave 10 million mora at the back door of the cafe. Secondly, don't come looking for me. You'll never find me. But I will always be watching you and all of your secrets. Finally, if you dare to report this to the Matra, there will be consequences. Wow, they sure didn't mince their words.
Clearly, this person must be desperate for Mora.
10 million mora, what a joke. I'm just a single retiree with nothing to my name beyond the tomatoes in my garden. Where do people think I'm hiding 10 million mora, huh? In my tomatoes?
There were no witnesses, so currently the letter is all we've got. So, Traveler, Paimon?
Paimon's ready too!
All right, take a look. Yes. Some of the strokes are blurry.
So is there something wrong with the ink?
Possibly. And I bet the paper has something to do with it.
Most of the paper around here is much smoother than this, and the ink is absorbed quickly so it doesn't run. This paper, meanwhile, it's very coarse-grained. Almost as if it's made from some sort of plant matter.
It's certainly not the same paper as we use in the academia. But the ink is nothing special. Just regular black ink that gets a blue tinge when applied to paper.
So do we think the culprit has a connection with the academia or not? Wait, check this out! Looks like this part got wet at some point.
Agreed. The staining suggests it was a colored liquid, not plain water. It also looks like it was wiped off with a damp cloth.
A colored liquid, so... tea? Wine?
Looks like we're thinking along similar lines. Let's go talk to Arov. There are some things...
Arov. Ah, there he is.
Mahamatra Sino. Sir Cyrus. Ah, and the Traveler and Paimon.
As such, I'm inclined to believe that the culprit in this case is a student at the Academia. Oh, one last thing. I'd start your investigation by taking...
Oh, of course! You think the culprit's...
They do look like coffee stains to me. Also, if I'm not mistaken, the letter is written on a type of scented paper that has aromatics added during the manufacturing process.
Ah, of course. Yes, like they sell in the gift shops. I remember now.
Understood. I'll assemble a team to investigate the points of interest immediately.
You have my gratitude.
One last thing.
Will do.
Great thinking, Sino. So, yeah, they've probably been lying low at home waiting...
Yep.
Really?
The culprits approach. Whatever happens, they need this Mora. But just because they warned Professor Cyrus not to go to the Matra, doesn't mean they know what he'll... And crucially, the culprit...
Huh? Wait, are you saying...
Found you!
What are you doing?
You wrote the threat letter!
I don't know what you're talking about. What threat letter?
I sensed someone was watching us from the shadows the moment we entered the House of Dana. You managed to stay relatively well hidden for someone reckless enough to threaten Professor Cyrus. There are a lot of people here, but we were looking specifically for Arov. Whoever followed us the whole way was likely to be the culprit.
I was just listening in, that's all. You know something big's going down.
You smiled when Arov left. I saw it as clear as day.
Is smiling a crime now?
There are coffee stains on the letter. You mixed some coffee with water, gently smeared it onto the paper, then wiped it off with a wet cloth. Closing off the exits to the city doesn't affect you, because you already live here. And as long... The cafe was a red herring all along. You had to be somewhere where you could monitor the professor's movements.
You can't pin this on me! I haven't done anything!
Really? Then why are you shaking like a leaf? The innocent have no reason to fear the Matra. But your heart's racing, and your eyelids are twitching.
I would never...
Don't try anything or you'll pay the price.
Well, that was over...
You're telling me. 1 minute I go out for... looked like a young guy, too. Couldn't have been much more than 30.
Everyone, it's all over.
Gosh, that was so...
The culprit's name is Uraka, a 16-year-old student in the Rataoist Darshan.
Huh?
16?! Cyrus thought he looked 30-something!
We checked his records. He's 16, a third-year student.
But he looks so old.
Yeah, seriously!
Foolish child. He's too young for the criminal life. What the devil drove him down this path?
We questioned the culprit regarding his motives. He...
Oh, just spit it out. Nothing can surprise me at this point.
Very well. It's our understanding that Araka is a mediocre student who has been underperforming in his classes. He started taking extra tutoring to improve his grades, but developed a gambling habit around the same time and lost a lot of Mora. Down on his luck, he went to the tavern for a drink and overheard some people chatting about Sir Cyrus's comfortable retirement. They mentioned that he's always arguing about his tomato plants with some old woman on the street.
Some old woman on the street? Goodness gracious. Has that rascal attended a single one of his classes? That old woman is Kasharwar's very own professor, Zaha Hadi. How can he not know who Zaha Hadi is?
Is this going somewhere?
Oh, right, yes. So another thing. We don't just argue about tomato plants. And what are they trying to insinuate by comfortable retirement? A man grows a few vegetables and suddenly he's living a life of luxury?
Maybe it's more the fact that you have the time to grow vegetables in the first place.
Araka mentioned he'd heard a rumor, alleging that Sir Cyrus illegally obtained a large sum of money from the desert before retiring and kept it for himself instead of reporting it to the academia. Araka believes this money to be the reason why Sir Cyrus hasn't kept up with any academic research or other projects since his retirement. And given your advanced age, he thought you'd be an easy target to blackmail.
Oh, Araka. I'm at a loss for words. I'm so angry I don't know where to start.
People make up rumors all the time. I am quite confident that Professor Cyrus has never embezzled a Mora in his life.
Arav, you'll have to find some excuse to interrogate Araka again later. I need you to deliver a few firm fistfuls to him on my behalf.
I completely understand how you feel, Sir Cyrus, but I'm afraid that course of action goes against the Matra's principles.
Professor, there's no need to be childish about this.
Oh, come on. I was clearly...
Okay.
The academia will determine the appropriate disciplinary act.
Who said I'm obsessed with some old woman on the street? Mind your wording or you'll start a whole new rumor. You seem confused. Oh, don't you understand? Uraka is just a young boy who made a very rash and very stupid decision based on some groundless rumor he heard. Besides, I didn't actually hand over any Mora to him. The whole thing sounds a lot worse than it is. All it costs me is a little reputational damage. That's all.
Please rest assured, Professor, that the academia will...
Yes, I have no doubt about that. But as a former educator, I'd still...
Correct.
We looked into the family. Both parents are merchants and they're often away on business. They've never taken much of an active role in their children's lives.
Oh, what a mess. You don't have to seal the evidence away yet, do you? I'd like to have that letter back for the time being, if possible. I need something concrete for when I talk to the family tonight. We have to show them how serious this situation is.
The relevant authorities have already reviewed the evidence and are now discussing Araka's punishment. You can hold on to the letter for now.
Oh, so you'll be able to close the case in 2 days?
Give or take. Cases like this are quick to resolve.
Very good. Well, thank you for all your help. Perhaps we can all go for a meal.
My apologies, Sir Cyrus, but I have a prior commitment. Enjoy the meal, everyone.
Ah, I see. Well, that's a pity. But Sino, you have to come. You found the culprit at record speed, and I owe you for that. Ah, and isn't Tainari in town at the moment? Bring him along, too.
Wait, you mean Tainari's in the city?
He is. Tainari's master, Sir Nephis, called him and Kale to the academia to help out on a project. Though I must say, I'm surprised you're extending an invitation to Tainari. Did you do something to offend Sir Nephis?
Don't be outrageous. Nephis offends me all the time. It's never the other way around. Anyway, hurry up and fetch Tainari. I'll head over to the tavern with the Traveler and Paimon. Go on now.
Merciless.
Not to brag, but we never had problems like this at Ratawa Hist back when I was still teaching. They were students at the time. They'll tell you what it was like, won't they?
I was out in the forest at least 4 days a week back then, thanks to a colossal workload from Master. It wrought havoc on my poor tail, so I didn't exactly keep up to date with what was going on at the Academia. Most of what I know, I heard from Sino after the fact.
Professor's become a lot more laid back in his retirement. He used to be far stricter, and was especially known for being extremely principled.
Wow. It's hard enough to stay true to your principles as a normal person. I can't imagine doing that as a sage.
It's a pity Kale wasn't around at the time. I would have happily taken her on as a student.
And then we'd have one more person who has to address Lisa as upper-class woman.
Really? Can't you just call her Lisa? She seems to prefer it when people treat her like an older sister.
Oh, believe me, back when she was a student, nothing made her happier than the younger students acknowledging her seniority.
Whoa, more food? Are you sure about this? We don't want to take advantage.
Oh, don't worry about it. Order whatever you like. And if it's not enough, order some more.
I thought I heard some familiar voices. Ah, and Sir Cyrus is here as well.
Oh, Kave, it's been a while. Zahahadi was talking about you last month. How have you been?
I've been all right, thank you. You're looking very well, sir. I'm glad to see it.
Have you eaten yet? Care to join us?
That's awfully kind of you, but I had a late lunch, so I'm not really hungry just yet. I'll have dinner a little bit later tonight. I just came to Lombard's to buy some wine, and when I heard some voices I recognized, I thought I'd come and say hello. So what's the occasion, anyway? Some sort of celebration?
Consolation, more like. You wouldn't believe the day I've had.
Sounds like things have really gone downhill since I was there. My whole time as a student, I've never heard of anything remotely like that.
I can't believe how young the guy is. Oh, what are his parents going to think?
Young people are always more susceptible to making rash and ill-advised decisions. But still, this boy has some nerve.
Wow, yeah.
I will always be watching.
If this were my son...
Luckily.
Kave! Your order's ready, sir!
Coming. I'll have to get going. Have a nice evening, everyone.
Okay, bye-bye!
Here I am. The coffee beans are in here, too.
Yep, it's all there.
I'll stop babbling away now.
Oh, too tasty.
Oh, mine too. I'll have to...
Thanks for dinner, Sir Cyrus. Master Tainari and I will bring you...
Well, I look forward to that. In fact, could I trouble you to bring a little extra for...
No problem at all.
I'll see you all later. I better head home now and
Good night, Professor. Don't...
Hey, my tomatoes are Anyway, I'll be leaving now. Don't stay up too late now, children. I bid you all...
Take care, have a...
All right.
What do you mean, us time?
Well, I was talking with Tainari and Kale, and since we all have some free time, we thought we could all go camping together. Think of it as our way of...
Camping? Oh, that sounds fun! Paimon's in!
Right? It's been so long.
Everyone, let's meet tomorrow after... No need to bring anything.
You got it! We'll be...
Great. Then we'll see you tomorrow.
Time to set off. Let's head to the southeast of Wow, you guys are ahead of the game.
I'd say we're right about on schedule, actually. We were aiming to have them set up before you arrived.
Traveler, Paimon, let's go fishing together.
You got it. Dinner's on us tonight.
I hope I can contribute too. The other Forest Watchers gave me some fishing tips a little while ago.
I saw some very appetizing mushrooms in the area, so I gathered a few for us.
Wow, camping with a Forest Watcher is the way to go. They think of everything.
This is true. I don't think I've ever had a single rough day in this forest.
So, how it...
Well, there's been some high points and low points, but we...
I see. Oh, in that case, you should try a valberry. I bought some from the market this morning.
A valuable suggestion. Just don't bury your feelings using food.
All I wanted was to recommend something bittersweet.
Oh, I have a sudden craving for fruit tea. I'm gonna go fetch some stuff. Bye!
She sure made a run for it.
Unbelievable. She made a run for it.
So Kale chose the path of tactical retreat. Could it be she foresaw what shall soon come? My dear friend, you know what I am about to say. Excellent! A kindred spirit. But it looks like we'll get told off if we start playing now. Let's enjoy the nature for a while.
We got a bite!
I'll reel it in.
Firewood, spices, snacks, and drinks. Everything's ready. There are 3 tents. Which one do you two want to take?
How about the one on the left? Well, Paimon just thinks the ambiance here is a little better.
True. But it's also the closest to the water. If there are any sleepwalking fungi around tonight, they might stumble into your tent.
Well, that's no good. Take my weapon.
Anyone would think you were sealing the gates to King Deshret's...
Excellent. Then this tent will be an impenetrable
I'm back! How's your appetites? Ready for the barbecue?
Always. Oh, it smells so...
Someone sure is desperate to eat. I think it's time to add the seasoning. How do you like your skewers? Well done?
Wait, what? Isn't that just for steaks?
Hey, if it works for steak, maybe it works for other things too.
medium well for me.
Okay, these are about ready now then. It'll be a few more minutes for anyone who wants theirs well done.
that was so delicious. If Paimon's stomach had space, she'd eat 3 more skewers.
I ate a lot too. Here comes the food coma.
If you're tired, then go rest.
You must be getting sleepy too, Paimon. Why don't you guys head to your tents? Sino and I will clean up.
Tonight, I show you mercy. Ow.
Good night.
Paimon's struggling to keep her eyes open.
Oh, don't forget this. The staff of the Scarlet Six.
Wait, you were actually
It's a very powerful...
Paimon can't even lift...
Fair enough. You sure you don't want it?
Yeah, Paimon's sure. We'll be fine. And even if we do get an uninvited guest in the night, Paimon will be here to...
That reminds... But right now...
I think they should all be here. Traveler? Paimon? Are you in there? Could you come outside for a sec?
Look at this.
What the... What's this sword doing here? Is it supposed to keep out intruders?
Evidently.
What? Who is it? Oh, what time do you call this? Paimon's gonna take out the sword. Yeah! Oh, hey them, Kaveh! What are you doing here? It's the middle of the night!
Sorry to wake you up at this hour of the night, but we've got a situation on our hands.
Let's get dressed and talk about it outside. Something has come up. And since it pertains to Cyrus and Sino, I deemed it essential to inform you all.
Whoa, back up. Let's start from the beginning. Huh? Where'd the wine cups go? I could have sworn I left them here after I washed them. Ah, there they are.
I'll have a cup too.
Can you see if the cookies are still on the table?
They are. And...
Oh, this is so bland. I should have gotten a few...
Do tell. What were they?
Oh, right, I forgot to mention. So, I ran into Cyrus yesterday evening. Anyway, they got a bottle of Lombard's new vintage for the table. At least, I think that's what it was. You know what it's about, right?
I heard some...
I wonder what Oh, Cyrus, give me a sec. I'll sketch it out for you. Okay, done. Take a look. You see what I mean? I don't think I've ever seen writing paper like this.
Interesting. These are all motifs.
What?
Take this, for instance. Looks like an outline of a spire, similar to the kind. It bears a striking...
Whose emblem is...
It's the emblem of the Temple of Silence.
After discussing it with each other, we both agreed that something didn't feel right. So we went looking for you. This was a long way to come from the city. Alhaitham figured you were probably with Tainari, so Gandharvaville was our first stop. But the Forest Watchers told us that you'd gone camping. Then, just as we were heading off to the campsite, we ran into Sino. He said he was on a supply run. We exchanged a few words, and then he ran off.
Hold on. So what's the deal with that?
Something's up, huh? Give me a second.
So you've never heard of the Temple of Silence? These days, you can find a Temple of Silence office in the academia. Theoretically, it's responsible for the custody and disposal of information and documents not fit for public dissemination. At least, that's what they tell the outside world. In truth, it's essentially a vestigial institution nowadays. There's an historically speaking. By contrast, none of the Academia Temple's current members are from the desert.
So the Temple of Silence...
It's possible.
So, how do you know?
Did you forget?
Oh, yeah.
If you're asking...
So much about this doesn't make sense. Why did the students only sick...
You said you ran into
Yep.
Given that siren...
If the Academia's Temple of Silence really does exist, just a... We should...
Yes.
If this situation is connected...
Kale, could I Traveler?
Sounds like a plan.
Cyrus has been living in the city lately. He rented a place near the field so he can keep... Here we are. This is the...
We might be too late. Looks like nobody's home. Oh, Sino moves fast. If he was here...
I know that voice. Is that Tainari I hear?
Ah! Professor Zahahadi!
Wow, so it really is you. My goodness.
We're looking for Sino.
Yes, I told him the old it must have alarmed.
Well, if Cyrus isn't at...
Professor, did you hear...
Why, I could tell after seeing the...
Huh?
As a former...
So Cyrus initially hoped to stop this from going public. But why?
Oh, dear. What on earth? Oh.
Thank you.
What does it say?
Yep, that sounds like Sino. Thank you, Professor Traveler, Paimon.
You're here? I thought you were going after... Ah, I guess you lost their trail.
We went to Cyrus's house. No one was there.
He didn't say where he was...
No.
Can't say I'm surprised.
Typical Sino. Anyway, some updates on progress.
I checked some ancient texts for a similar...
Yeah, and we're...
Meanwhile, Arav managed to get Uraka to disclose his source. The one who told him about Cyrus's embezzled funds was...
Apparently, Uraka was in...
I see.
So, how do...
He doesn't know.
Nephis and Ar also. The true Temple of The Temple of Silence felt that they could no longer trust the Academia ever since its inception. That's at its roots.
The Academia of the...
Not only that...
So how did Cyrus...
I'll bet that's the question.
Whoever is behind...
He must have recognized...
Since the desert...
I have to go after...
Really?
I should be fine, as long as I bring plenty of...
Everyone, I have news from the core of 30.
Master!
Oh, so that's Nafis, Tainari's master? Oh, we're finally getting to meet him in person.
It's a pleasure to meet several independent... I was going to say, the Academia has... I won't attempt to...
I understand.
Good point.
Need our help?
Really? Arav and I will Tainari.
I am. Kaveh, I'll be...
Well, if you're sure...
Thank you all. Arav, let's go.
You'd better get moving. Don't forget to ask for help.
Will do. Let's go, Tainari. Hopefully...
Knowing him, he's
Okay, we made it to Caravan Ribat. Where should we go next? Maybe we should ask the...
Hold on.
Is that Dia?
You sure you want to brave the desert alone? I mean, it's your choice at the end of the day, but still.
It's not my first time. I'll be fine.
Sino.
If you're really going to go through with this, then at least take our advice. When you're packing for your trip, budget for 5 days more than you plan to spend out there.
Makes sense. Okay, I'll go get ready.
Thought we might find you here. You're trying to retrace Cyrus's steps, aren't you?
Didn't I tell you not to come after me? I thought I had a good lead on you.
Well, sorry, but we never agreed to that. Why would you go off on your own like this?
Nothing personal. It's just a complex situation. And I'd rather not involve anyone else if I can help it.
Takes a special kind of person to get Sino chasing them all the way out to Caravan Ribat. But why so coy today, huh? You only gave us his age and description. Why can't you reveal his name? Is he Sumeru's most wanted or something? Oh, also, hey guys, it's been a while.
Dia and Candace! So nice to see you. Actually, seeing all of our friends is the...
You're looking well. Glad to see it. Candace and I came to Caravan Ribat on business. We ran into Sino as he was asking about some people say they saw him. Guess he stood out as an older guy heading into the desert alone with just a sumpter beast in tow and very few supplies. That's gotta be one heck of a story there.
Sino, it's okay if you can't tell us anything about the case. But let us know how we can support you. We're here to help however you need. The more people we have working on this, the quicker we'll be able to find the person you seek.
No, it's not that simple.
We spoke with Zaha Hadid.
Sounds like this is far more complex than we imagined.
Still, if he started from Caravan Ribat, the chances are that his route took him past our village. You may as well ask if anyone there has seen him.
My thanks to you both.
Come on. No need to get all serious. Just buy a round of drinks next time we're all in the city or something.
That's a deal.
All right. So, you all set?
Yes, we'll handle it from here. Thank you again for your help.
All right. Then we'll leave you to it. Just remember, if you change your mind and need some reinforcements, we'll be here.
And don't think you'd be imposing. You can depend on us.
Don't worry, we'll keep him out of trouble.
Sino should count himself lucky that the Traveler and Tainari got here when they did. What was he thinking, trying to play the lone hero?
The desert tests the character of all who enter it. And only those with...
Hold on. There's a few things I'd like to clear up.
Go on.
So, after you left the campsite, we had a longer talk.
Clearly we...
Do you have any connection with the Temple of...
Due to my unique... But my memory of that... It's a good thing that Kaveh noticed the emblem on the letter. I did not recognize that symbol at all.
Yeah, you're right.
But Cyrus must have
I suspect so too.
Well, speaking of avoiding...
Or rather...
That's right. Fact is, we're...
Fair enough.
Works for me. All right, off we go. Let's start by seeing what the guards...
Hello.
Mahamatra's...
I'm looking for someone.
A man matching that description.
Where was he going?
Let me think. Do you have a map?
I have one.
Great. There you go.
Thank you so much.
You've got a really good memory.
Ah, you're quite best of luck.
Following orders. Settle down.
I'll take
I'll take
Abandoned property belongs to whoever finds it first. So, it's legally yours now.
Hold on.
Do you think it's safe to...
Should be.
No. I'll do it.
Huh? Why can't Sino go...
Given my background...
Ah, hello there. Oh, a missing person, huh? Sure.
I'm just wondering if you've seen him.
So, a silver-haired guy in a long robe, culture type with thoughtful eyes, and he's...
He'd stand out like a sore thumb around here.
Yeah, sounds like the kind of guy we'd remember if we...
He's looking behind me.
Uh-oh. That...
Your friend over there stands out a lot, too. Hey! Aren't you Sino, the General Mahamatra?
Yes, that's me.
You don't seem surprised that I recognized you.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, you're the one looking for the old man who's gone missing.
I have a bad feeling about this guy.
Someone's on edge. You don't trust me much, do you? No need to hide it. I understand why you're wary of us. Still, you came to us asking for help. Do you want it?
I thought you were a group of merchants. Seems I was mistaken.
Your henchmen don't look like much.
Hey! Hear that, guys? You're my henchman now.
Suits me. As long as I get paid for...
Just cut to the chase already. I'm running out of patience.
Alright, come with me. All of you. Don't you want to find your friend? Silver-haired, long-rolled...
So you know where he...
Just follow me. And?
What? Where are you looking? There's nothing here.
Please, step back.
Whoa, something's coming out of the ground!
What is this enormous building doing here?
And how was it so well hidden?
Wait, so...
Is this... the temple?
All good questions.
This is not what Paimon was expecting to find in the desert, especially not hidden right next to an oasis. Oh, Paimon's scared. They must have kidnapped Cyrus. Do you think this is the guy Raka met in the...
What's wrong? Thinking about your professor?
I just hope for your sake you haven't done anything you...
Me too. Hope I haven't done anything.
Merciless. Merciless.
All right. You can wait here for now. I'll inform our leader that you've arrived at the Temple of Silence. Sit tight until he comes to greet you.
So he's just gonna leave us here?
They can't have been at the Oasis by chance. They were waiting for us.
So this is the Temple of Silence. After leaving the rainforest, they hid themselves here?
Hey, look! That guy's coming back.
Don't worry. Someone will come and call for you soon.
What's your name?
Sorry, guess I was so delighted to see you, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Sethos. I'll be here if you need me, but I'm not planning on answering all of your questions.
So we're free to...
Yep. I mean, I'm not worried. Cyrus is here. And
I never imagined that the true Temple of Silence would be hidden somewhere like this. We've passed through these parts before, but...
That's King Deshret's technology for you, I guess.
We should be wary of our host.
Hey, Sethos!
Sure. Although, I'm assuming by chat, you mean you have questions for me? Not often. The Temple of Silence is a place of quiet and solitude. We don't get... Yes, that was me. Although, tricked is a stretch. He was asking everyone in the tavern about ways to make some easy money. He insisted that nothing was off the table, even if it broke the law. So, I told him that Cyrus had embezzled a large sum of mora from the desert.
So you framed Cyrus for a crime that he did not commit?
No. That's not entirely true. Let me jog your memory. The letter just said that he had uncovered Cyrus's secret. It didn't say what secret. That, of course. Uraka was a great accomplice, really. Very cooperative with a little bit of wine in him. Did exactly what he was told.
Why did Cyrus leave for the desert as...
You'll have to ask him that one yourself. All you need to know is that he recognized our emblem. And it was his own choice to take the bait. What kind of question is that? He's the general...
Right, but back at...
I've lived in the desert...
Ugh, what?
Come on. We've only just met. Yes, that was... He insisted that...
So you framed...
No. That's not entire... Of course.
Why did Cyrus...
You'll have to ask him that. All you need to know is that he recognized our emblem. Nope.
Really?
I have no need to go there. Not when the taverns are full of the spies. It's not... Mm-hmm. Ah, here he is. Grandfather, the person you wish to see is here.
Well done, Sethos.
Greetings, one and all. I am Ba Moon, the current leader of the Temple of Silence. I know why you are here.
Professor!
Cyrus, are you okay?
Watch what you're doing!
Oh, my apologies. We have no intention of causing you distress. Cyrus owes me his life, and to the Temple of Silence, he owes a debt of gratitude.
I wanted to end my feud with this old bag of bones before you caught up with me. Just leave, Sino. This is a matter between us two old men.
So that's why you didn't want to report the letter. You'd made up your mind to come here from the beginning.
Some things in life catch up with you.
Sino didn't make us do anything. We came here for the same reason he did. To rescue you.
My secrets are secret for good reason. Bringing them to light can only lead to misfortune.
You're afraid, aren't you? You recognized our emblem because for many years you lived among us. And you knew as soon as you saw the letter that we, not Uraka, were the ones speaking to you. It threatened you only because you know what you did. Your own guilt for you, Cyrus, are a traitor. But then you betrayed us. You bargained for your independence with... We both know what I said to you that day. That as the leader, I grant you permission to leave, but that one day, the sands of time will catch up with you. And when that day comes, you must pay the price you owe.
You really know.
Hermanubis' might? And the wielder of his...
Does he mean you?
The moon is right. I came here once before. They rescued me from the brink of death once. Many years ago in the desert. The moon proposed... one other child.
For many years, the test subject, the original, as the second state, but as I was deliberating, both our two vet to preserve our faith.
Ultimately,
in recognition of, I have always wanted.
I see.
Look, in essence, I borrowed, but you cannot.
I'm sure you don't. You and he. As a follower of Hermanubis, I have allowed this power to remain in the rainforest for far too long. Now, it is
that power is not yours.
You are wrong. Sino.
So those are your terms?
Despise me all you want.
So what you're saying...
Divine power.
He is no longer a small child.
Both my heart and mind are telling me that...
Don't listen to him, Sino. That power...
I know.
Sorry to interrupt, but in my view, there are a number of contentions here that still need addressing. Say that Sino refuses to return his power, and you also refuse to release... You're trying to gauge where we stand while keeping your...
Wait, those ears... So, we have a descendant of the Valukashuna in our midst. Splendid! Everything we have longed for, Hermanubis will provide. Perhaps this very day we'll...
Why is he coughing so much? He looks like he's in really bad shape.
Moon, you...
Take our leader back to his room. Grandfather, I know what you wished. I don't like to drag out conversations, so I'll just cut to the... Had Cyrus not stopped the experiment all those years ago? Still, it's no use talking about what if. I'm not like my grandfather. The Temple of Silence has a grand legacy and a sacred duty to fulfill. So it's somewhat inevitable for the leader to have an inflated sense of self. But I see things a little differently. So I'm not going to force your hand. You're all free to leave. Except for Cyrus.
You have... I truly wish that the temple would take an objective look at the academia of today. You've been to the city yourself. I'm sure you've seen that much has changed for the better, and things will only continue to improve. Why not consider cooperating with the academia once more?
If you hadn't betrayed my grandfather.
Tainari made a good point. All you and Ba Moon are ultimately, you want to trade the Ba fragment.
I'm glad to see you're giving it some serious.
I won't forsake my professor, nor do I intend to run from.
That works. Then I'll be waiting to hear. Oh, my grandfather's.
Are you sure about
I need to think.
All right, well...
I've taken some time to reflect on that. He's a stubborn man who...
I agree.
You've heard all you need to hear. My own memories of this. I do remember having... I was still young then, and all I could understand was that there was a strong will inside my mind. The power that came to inhabit my spirit was probably one of the cornerstones of their whole faith.
You're not gonna give in to their demands, are you? Surely there has to be another way!
No. I have no intention of returning it. I need this power to protect Sumeru, so I will challenge them head-on.
This reminds me of something Alhaitham mentioned to me just before we left. He said that the Temple of Silence was originally founded by the ruling elite of the day. Kaveh has made similar observations about the desert tribes from his work trips there. He says many. I think we could turn that to our advantage.
Wow, and...
Looks like we have the same... Turn it back on them now while we still...
Great. And...
Sethos, let's talk.
Have you made up your mind?
We'll get to that, but first, I have some degree of
I have no objections.
Only one way to find out.
Follow me. Keep your voices down. We don't want to disturb him.
Let's talk outside. Ba Moon has fallen into a deep coma, and his prognosis is quite grave. He appears to have sustained a serious injury in his youth, which has been exacerbated over the years by the heavy burden of work and now by the effects of old age. Regretfully, I must inform you that, based on what I've seen with patients in a similar condition, he doesn't have long left.
Yeah. I've known for a long time.
You're his heir, aren't you? You clearly have a lot of respect for the man. But you also see things differently. So tell me how we can end this on your terms. Let's find a way to bring all this to a resolution while Ba Moon is still alive to see it. That's what really matters.
Yeah, there's no time to waste here.
You know, the two of you are actually in a very similar predicament right now. Both of you have a very...
Right. And you didn't create this situation.
You're right. We both look at this. I accept, Sino. This all began because of Hermanubis. So let's end it with the rite he himself created. Legend has it that when Hermanubis first arrived in Tuletula, he sparred with the city's residents. He and his two companions proved that group of supporters.
Sounds very fitting.
As a fellow vessel of Herman...
3 against 3.
However, I have some additional terms. As the challengers, you must win all 3 of your fights to win. And Sino, both of us must put our Ba fragment on the line. The winner takes them both. Letting Cyrus leave with one of the Ba fragments was a mistake, made by my grandfather out of pity. It is a long-standing issue that must be addressed.
None needed. We're on the same page. If I win, the Temple of Silence must release Cyrus, and consider this past dispute resolved. If you win, I'll return my power to you.
It's a deal. Then let's meet at the ceremony.
Well,
there never was. Turning back hasn't been an option for...
You have to win.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, when you put it that way.
Exactly.
The Traveler and I?
And neither shall. The desert was home to an ancient and great civilization that for a variety of reasons. But there must be personal factors at work here too. I can't shake the feeling that Ba-Moon cares for many more things than he lets on.
Merciless.
We gather on this day to perform once more the rite. This is our most sacred of ceremonies, representing the Temple of Silence, the Defenders.
Grandfather, you're here.
A rite of duels after all these years. I am surprised by your decisions.
I know what I'm doing, Grandfather.
Representing the Academia, the Challengers.
Ready. We will...
Warriors, take your position. We come not to debate what brings our challengers here.
Huh? Are you sure?
I agree. He's very strong.
Okay, then you're second.
Sure.
We have decided.
So have we.
Duelists of the first bout, please step forward.
Don't forget, safety first! Hey, you there! You better play nice with them or Paimon will make you regret it!
Little bit too much chatter from the audience over there.
Hey!
Propagate!
A swift end to the first bout. I know. When you're both ready,
Let's begin.
Watch out!
He drank plenty of water before the bout, so he should be fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
thus ends the second.
I'm ready.
So am I.
This is the final. When you're both ready.
I am Sethos, vessel of Hermanubis, grandson of Bamoon, the leader of the Temple of Silence. For many years, we have kept our covenant with Lord Hermanubis by guarding the secrets of King Deshret. And even in our darkest hour, we earnestly sought Lord Hermanubis' wisdom and power. Now, I will fight to become the rightful wielder of that power!
I am Sino, General Mahamatra of the Academia, student and successor of Cyrus, the Sage of Spontamod. I fight in defense of my power, my professor, and my nation. And you, I think you left some things unsaid. This is a sacred duel, and Hermanubis is watching. So bare your soul.
Everyone, old and young, fit and free. My grandfather is a wise leader. He is also, but our faith has held us. Times have changed. The people of Sumeru are happier and more free now than in the past. Then I thought of you, Sino. You and I both, each Ba fragment of Hermanubis stands for something different. I once thought that
I am more than just a warrior. I am my own
Exactly.
The name Hermanubis has left its mark. So show me your answer, Sino. Show me I can be more than my faith. Bring it on!
That's all you've got? What happened is searching for your answer. Fight's over. Do you yield?
You won.
Well then, Looks like you found your answer.
I give his glory to you.
I've seen that light. That is the light of our Lord, the great Hermanubis, priest over all other priests. His spirit dwells within that lightning, and his will lives on. Once a warrior of Tynar, he emerged from the barren desert sands to serve the god king Al-Ahmar. After the death of the god king, Hermanubis gathered his followers and the Tynarian priests and led them to the city of Tule-Tula. There, they founded the Temple of Silence, and from that day forth, we became stewards of all knowledge that survived from King Deshret's civilization. Barely a century passed before war ravaged the desert. One by one, Eremite leaders took up arms against each other in battles that would devour what little remained of their civilization. Only the wise city of Tule-Tula was spared under the guiding hand of the Tynarians. But peace did not last. Coveting the knowledge of King Deshret, the beasts set their eyes on Tule-Tula. The king of Gurabad laid siege to the city and ordered the sages to surrender to him the Temple of Silence as proof of his victory. The ruling elite colluded with their oppressors, betraying the temple so as to hold on to their rule over the city. They declared that the knowledge guarded by the temple was the true cause of corruption. These were dark days, and we faced enemies on all sides. Our Lord had long since exhausted his strength, keeping the forbidden knowledge introduced by King Deshret at bay. To ensure the temple's continued survival, he broke his being into many pieces and began the ceremony of Hermanubis' legacy, bestowing his power upon his mortal followers. With this power, the temple was able to defeat the tyrant's army. Yet, we were not hailed as heroes. Strange and unfamiliar as this power was, it struck fear into the people's hearts and drove them to reject us. In the end, the people of the temple and the Tule-Tula Tynarians left the city for good and made their way to the rainforest. What followed next was inevitable. The elite of Tule-Tula fell and were decimated. War engulfed the desert. And we wandered from place to place, always in hiding, all the while keeping close watch over our secrets and staying true to our mission. Betrayal forced us out of the desert and into the forest. Then mistrust drove us from the forest into the desert once more. We have lived in exile for far, far too long. Yet, today, the Temple of Silence has borne witness to the glory of Hermanubis once more. Thank you.
How is it Do you feel okay?
Grandfather.
Hey, Sethos. You'll get through this.
I know.
I guess you were prepared for this.
Yeah. He's been on death's door for a very long time now. I think it was only through sheer willpower that he managed to hold on to this point. At least, he was able to see this chapter come to a close before he passed.
What's next for you?
Per my grandfather's last wishes, the Temple of Silence should submit to whoever possesses the largest number of Hermanupis fragments. That entitles you to be our new leader, Sino.
But that's never going to work, as I'm sure you realize. I'm the General Mahamatra. I am needed back at the Academia. I did foresee this possibility, and I gave it some thought. The fact is, I know next to nothing about the staff, records, and environment here. As such, I am ill-suited to be your leader. Sethos, I believe the honor should go to you. Were it not for this duel, or indeed if you had other intentions, the Ba fragments would most likely be in your hands by now. I'm sure Bamoon never meant for anyone but you to be his successor.
You really think so?
I do.
Still, I didn't think Bamoon looked very surprised by the final result. Perhaps he had an inkling that this would be the way things end.
Well, in any case, since the Ba fragments are with me now, I guess I can call the shots. Sethos, I would like you to succeed Bamoon as the new leader of the Temple of Silence. You are more suited to the role than I, and I have complete faith that you will be an excellent leader.
But...
That's a much bigger deal.
I will try.
Actually, that way, had you won, and were I to win, he correctly anticipated that he knew that his plan meant that—
And here I thought the General Mahamatra wouldn't care for all these trivial details. You're absolutely right. Grandfather and I could thank you for everything. The Temple of Silence has a— But you must be By the way, Tighnari, the story goes that King Deshret chose the sage Hermanubis from among the Tighnarians and appointed him as his familiar. He went on to fight many valiant— The Tighnarians who left— In all likelihood.
How fascinating. My father once mentioned that I was named after the Tighnarians, but I never knew that my forebears had such a history with the—
I like this.
By the way—
yes.
If it's true—
Someone's got to make— I will make a detailed report on all of— I'm sure you'll have lots to attend to in the days ahead. But once things return to normal, please come and visit the rainforest again. You should stay for a few days this time, and start to build some relationships. If we're going to work together, both sides have to get to know one another better.
I will. Alright, well, bye for now, everyone. I'll be seeing you.
See you soon. Come hang out!
All things come to an end, even time itself. The abyss is like the world's shadow. It's always there, and it will never perish. Where do we come from? And where are we going? The abyss is like the world's shadow. It's always there, and it will never perish. All things come to an end, even time itself. Where do we come from? And where are we going? All things come to an end, even time itself. Where do we come from? And where are we going? The abyss is like the world's shadow. It's always there, and it will never perish.
What were you thinking, gallivanting off into the desert alone at your age? What if you take the bucket?
Oh, please, will you stop your yelling? What other choice?
What do you mean, what other? A one-man suicide mission, hmm?
All right, all right.
I've got nothing more to say.
What do you mean? Okay, look. Fine, I admit it, I was in the wrong. How can I make it up to you?
1 month?
Tighnari's master is really laying into Cyrus.
Professor brought this on himself. Don't pay any attention to him.
Wow, I haven't seen Master get this riled up in a long time. The last time he chewed someone out like this must have been back when I was still a student.
I think I'll go around and update everyone. Tell them the situation's resolved. Want to come with me? We can go for dinner afterwards. My treat. You in?
Makes sense. I'm in.
Paimon's coming too!
Hey, Kale.
You're back! Well, look who we have here. Would you mind explaining to me what has been going on this past few days? I heard you all ran off into the desert and got embroiled in a major catastrophe.
All taken care of.
That does not answer my question. How could you be so careless? That goes for you as well. Yes, and you too. When you run into problems, you really ought to ask for help, you know? I've been around the block. Don't you think it would...
Now would not be a good time to attempt to argue with Farazan.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. It's not the first time that I've had to talk to you about this sort of thing either. You need to learn that there are times when the right thing to do is get a more experienced member of staff involved. Do I make myself
Kale, please do something.
He's giving me the signal. Alright, guess it's time to play my ace in the hole.
Say, Madame Farazan, I can see you're pretty upset, but, I was just wondering, remember that time you offered to give me a tour of the academia? Does that offer still stand?
Huh? Wait, did I hear that right? Kale, you remember? Wonderful. Well, of course the offer still stands. Come on, Madame Farazan will show you around the old classrooms.
Poor Kale getting dragged off like that. Also, check out Farazan acting like some sort of official academia tour guide.
Kale! Cup.
Huh? What? Oh, right!
What do you mean, cup? You need a cup. I can get you a cup.
Oh, it's nothing. Just Master's way of reminding me to stay hydrated while I'm out and about.
It's code for let's reconvene at the cafe. Tighnari and I used it while we were in school. And it's become something of a family tradition now.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
Mm-hmm. 2 people left. Let's bring them along.
Merciless.
Please show me your credentials before borrowing books.
Am I hallucinating? Or do I see Kaveh and Alhaitham engaged in diligent studying?
We're just reorganizing all the books we used. Look.
There's no rush.
My sincere thanks.
Yes, with your help.
I see. The Temple of Silence resorted to rather unique means of self-preservation. It explains how they managed to remain hidden for so many years.
And it sounds like they managed to preserve a whole load of ancient documents as well. I'd love to go check those out if I ever had the chance.
That day will come. The Temple of Silence is a hugely important organization, and we'll be sure to maintain good now as a token of my appreciation.
Yeah, sounds great.
Sure.
Merciless.
And then the Traveler just pounced on their opponent and knocked him right out cold. Then there was Tainari. He put up an amazing fight too. We ended up winning all 3 bouts.
Whoa! Part of me wishes I'd been there to see it, but I'd have been biting my nails off worrying about you guys.
A truly edifying account of the events. Bereft of detail, but it has livened up the room all the same.
Hey, Paimon included all the juicy details. The Traveler just pounced and then waved their sword like this, then spun around and blocked.
Despite winning 3 bouts in a row, you still ceded the position of leader to him. That's very dignified of you, Sino.
Of course. Being dignified comes with being a true champion.
I got to be a champion too for once. I've not sparred much with desert folk before. It was a pretty unique experience.
huge place! It felt like something right out of an epic poem! Imagine this. It was like there was...
Maybe save that one for later, Paimon. Dessert's here.
I think that'll do me for today.
Shall we stop off at the House of Dana?
My thoughts exactly. See you around.
I should get going as well. See you all later. Make sure you get some good rest tonight.
I need to go say thanks to the Core 30 for their help. Also, Sir Nephis says he wanted to introduce me to some of the Academia's work processes. So, I gotta dash too.
Kali's come a long way. She's much more...
Everyone's a work in progress. You never...
Yeah, true.
That was good. It feels like everything's... Life is all about these moments when you can finally relax and hang out with good friends after a job well done. And also, those desserts Sino got, they were really good. Paimon definitely needs more of those in the future.
Do you three have an... If not, would you come somewhere with me? That's a secret for now.
Okay. I think I can guess what you're talking about. It'll...
Well, now Paimon...
Been a while since I last made my way up. Need any help? As you wish.
That's a nice spot, isn't it?
What a great view! We're so high up, we can see for miles!
Traveler. Turn around. This is my secret base. When I was a student back then, I had a lot of the same questions that Zethos was asking. Our gifts help us to find our...
You two really are like brothers.
I feel the same way. Of course.
I still remember one time when we came up here to chat and do our homework. Sino accidentally dropped a...
That was the one and only time. Nothing will ever slip through my fingers.
Those were good times. I kind of miss the student life.
You know, Paimon really shouldn't be...
Then make it... There's somebody there. It's You guys carry on without me.
Okay.
Huh? Hey, you're not supposed to
Oh my days. I can't believe...
Professor, what are you muttering?
Sino. Just the man I'm looking for. Guess what I found in...
Some old photo.
Can you believe it? This notebook was just sitting in a pile of odd... I was at the Academia. Well, time flies. Look how tiny you are in this picture.
You look quite young yourself in that. Ah, it's this one.
Yep. Looks like her work, all right.
And this one.
Oh, cheeky girl.
Is there something you'd like to say to me, Professor?
Like what? Like... hey, at moments like this, I hardly know what... I can't pretend I'm a good person. Bamoon had every reason to despise me. And well, so do you.
Don't be ridiculous.
I've dreamt of that place many times after leaving the desert. It was one of the happiest times of my life. We all learned so much from one another. You've matured so much over the years, I know.
Since you're my professor, I should save you some face by not calling you out on all the
Good thinking. Take your own advice next. Seriously, why bully an old man like me? Hey, wait, how did I not notice this one earlier?
Lisa...
Look how cute you...
Yeah.
Oh, I can't come... Hey, what would...
I'd like that.
All right, I'll add it to my schedule. Wait, no. Next week is the tomato growing competition.
Or you could find a real...
Thank you for